tear your soul apart. Welcome to the Matt and Mark Horror Show.
We're the Monster Squad.
Hello, welcome back to the Matt and Mark Horror Show. It's the Matt and Mark Horror Show all month long as we talk about horror movies with friend of the show and guest horror expert in residence, Tommy Nuggetz. Welcome back, sir.
Thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be back. This is like our third horror movie that we've covered in the last
Yeah,
month?
I want to say, third. Yeah, is it third? It all blends together for me. I'm like, isn't this our 68th?
I think this will be the third one, yeah, I think.
Well, yeah, I guess it's the third app because really one of those we did multiple recs.
Oh,
so
that's right. This
It
is when
probably
I was talking to these guys offline. I was like, this is when we need an intern who's like the in-house Matt and Mark historian who could fucking point to a board and say, Tommy's correct. He's been on X amount of times for horror.
Yeah, when
That'd
you
be
see those
great.
other podcasts that have like 5 producers in a booth and you're like,
That's what we need.
What?
That's what we need.
There's like more people behind the scenes than on the
Yeah,
freaking podcast.
There's
dude.
exactly. There's like 10 producers in a tent city. They're all
Yeah.
living inside like goddamn scavengers.
The studio is like the size of a house.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, and then the two hosts are fucking plugged into a corner. I've seen them around these shitty little glass tables like they're trying to fucking ask the bank for a loan. I'm like,
Yeah.
use the rest of the studio.
It's like the set of the Between Two Ferns, the Galifianakis.
That's
shit.
totally,
Like,
yes. That's
they're
totally
just
what it
smashed
is.
in. Yeah, I always think it's funny because a lot of times you see those shows, and more power to them. Usually they're funny or they've got people who are very talented, but they don't know how hard it is to actually run your own show and be on top of the socials and the technical shit, and then not to have an intern over there. Some of those, like I'm thinking of what's his name, that Your Mom's House show, Tom Segura, who's
Oh,
Yes.
he's super funny. His wife's funny, but like all that they have to do is just show up and talk and kind of be funny.
Yeah.
Which-
Somebody
which
else
we
gets
do.
to do all the homework.
Yeah. And then, the other bonus of an intern is you got someone laughing at your shit in
Yeah.
the background, which is,
Yeah, you need that like slightly muffled.
yeah.
It's
good.
Wow,
exactly.
that joke worked.
And
It's
this
good
is
for the
our
confidence.
long-winded way of saying the Matt and Mark Horror Show is looking for an intern.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this and you want to apply, get in touch. We
You
can
will be
definitely
paid.
find something for
Here's
you
the
to
phone
do.
number.
You will be paid in plant-based yogurt and movie
No.
recommendations.
You'll be paid in Matt's leftover sealed physical media.
Yeah, I'll give you the
Brothers
Blu-ray
Grimsby.
fixins that I don't want.
I've
I'll
taken
say-
jobs for less than that, so
I'll
that's
say,
okay.
what is this? The Brothers Grimsby? Take this. Yeah. Another one Mark gave me. Just take this. Here's your pay for 2 weeks. This week, we're not talking about Brothers Grimsby. It's the horror show. We're talking about Smile 2. And I want to hit this. We will obviously be spoiling Smile 2. Although, I don't want to let the cat out of the bag here, but if you've seen the trailer, you've seen 95% of this movie. I hate to be that guy. It's true. If you've seen this trailer, you've seen the movie. So, there's not much to spoil, but just for our sensitive people out there, I am going to throw a spoiler tag up. That's how we do it on this show. Quick house clean before we get started. Let me hit this shit.
Kind of spooky if you think about
It
it.
is kind of spooky if you think about it. You can find all of our spooky horror content on YouTube. Most of our episodes are on there, but do go check us out. Link is in the show notes. Like and subscribe to us there. Especially, too, if you're one of those people that wants to see us, you don't want to just hear us. You can watch the videos on YouTube. You can also call and leave us a voicemail at 707-948-6707. We will probably play your message on the show. I say probably. This last week, we got, like, a weird message that I could barely hear, and I was like, I think this is a butt dial or a telemarketer. I'm just going to lose it.
Someone's calling you about your extended warranty coverage.
Yeah, it was the nun calling again about our extended warranty. It was Valak the nun.
Yeah.
And Instagram at the Matt and Mark Movie Show. And that's it. Smile motherfucking 2. I have to confess something. I think Mark knows this, but Mark, I never watched Smile 1.
And
At
I
all?
probably never will now.
And now I probably never will. I had all weekend
By
to
the way,
do it.
that fucking pissed me off too, because I'm like, dude, this guy's going into this goddamn movie and it fucking sucks. And it's like, now he's never gonna watch the one fucking good one in this piece of shit franchise.
Here's my problem. Let me just get into this, because I think I need to explain something to Mark before we begin the discussion. I could tell you that I think even if Smile 2 was a fantastic movie, which it is not, I think. You know me, I have one trope in horror that I despise. I hate the unreliable narrator, like, is this happening or is it not happening? Yeah. To me, you can pull that trick 1 or 2 times. By the 4th and 5th time, I check out. I hate it. And let me tell you, this is a movie that is nonstop. Oh, it's happening. No, it's not happening. Oh, it's happening. I was like, dude, I checked out midway. I was like, I've had enough of this movie. I hate this trope. So it's unfair to me because I was like,
here halfway through, I was like, this shit's dragging. I'm like, I don't fucking care about any of this shit. I was like, can I leave now?
Let me out. So with that, honestly, I think if you would have seen the first movie, I mean, Mark did and still didn't like it, but some of the fake outs might have made more sense, because that was a lot of what the first movie was about. It was, the person was a mental health professional who was afflicted with this smile entity. And so, of course, because of her family history and her occupation, everybody was like, oh, she's losing it. She's going crazy. So it made a little more sense. I hate the fake outs in a lot of movies too. I'm actually surprised. I'm going to tell you guys, I actually dug this.
That's good. That's good. I want to hear like different perspectives on this, because I was just like, I think for me, I'm so based in story as like the core thing that I want out of a movie. And it's hard to get invested in a story when the rug keeps getting pulled out from under you. Like, I get the idea of it being this cool thing of sort of feeling this as I burp this through this whole goddamn thing. Listen, people, I'm 41. If I have potatoes at lunch, this is what happens. This is just my reality, and now you have to fucking live with it too.
I ate pizza like 30 minutes ago, so I might be right there with you, bro. Yeah.
I speak in bubbles. Maybe some ASMR people will get something out of it. Okay, this is what I was saying. I think it's hard to get invested in a story when the rug keeps getting pulled out from under you. Like,
sure,
there is something in this. There's a point in this movie. I think there's many points of no return in this movie, but there was one where me and the only other person in my audience, we saw two people saw the movie yesterday in my screening. It was me and one other guy, and we both outwardly groaned because we'd had enough. I didn't know this man, but it was at the point when the friend started to drive her, when she was like, okay, you don't know how to drive. I'm going to fucking drive you to go meet the guy. And they're going down the road, and all of a sudden, the friend is like, dude, did you really think it was your friend? It's me, the smile demon. Surprise. I outwardly was like, oh.
By the way, a lot of the problem is, for me, like, the first one is this relentless, this entity is coming after you. You're seeing it everywhere out of the corner of your eye. This one got a little bit too detailed, where it's like, now I'm going to pretend to be your friend. And I was like, who fucking cares? Also, the other thing, too, is like, this movie's trying to be this fucking movie. Sorry, I had a lot of coffee, so I'm probably going to yap a lot. But I just have to say this because this movie annoyed me so much because of how much I recommended the first one. And now nobody's going to watch that goddamn movie. So what happened is, it's like, this movie is trying to be too much like, who fucking cares about the diva life? Make a fucking diva movie. The whole movie is just completely ruined by the whole diva aspect. It's a total waste of a storyline. Where it leads to just essentially turns this franchise into another fucking zombie movie. It's like another goddamn zombie movie. So that was kind of dumb. Interpretive dance is never scary. I'm sorry. That shit's lame. When the people were standing on weird sections inside of her
and they were all coming at her down the hallway.
I was laughing my ass off. By the way, this was a great comedy because, dude, there's so many unintentionally funny things, like that fucking old lady who's getting decimated off the stage, and then when she unbuckles herself and falls on top of herself and the table, I was like, am I watching fucking Step Brothers?
WWE?
Yeah, it felt like a Family Guy sketch a little bit. Yeah,
what about
the shit stain? Yeah, the shit stain underwear also. I was like, really?
Yeah, the skid mark. I was like, I couldn't tell if they were trying to make a comedy out of this, because they were like, the first one, I swear to God, the first one's legitimately terrifying. I turned it off halfway through. I watched it again before this movie, and it's fucking phenomenal. It's still a great movie. You just have to skip this one because the other thing too is with the diva thing. Who the fuck is gonna have empathy for someone that killed their boyfriend, is a total biatch to other people?
She's a psycho.
It's just you don't attach there. So what is the move? Any movie that does that, it just becomes this. I hope this person gets a horrific comeuppance, but of course, if you hinge your entire movie on the comeuppance of your main character, that's super disrespectful to your audience and it wastes their time. Like, who the fuck wants to follow around a piece of shit? It's like, how many
one thing I
assholes
thought was
do we know in
cool.
life? It's like, I'm not going to root for this person. You just want them to die. That's a terrible way to have a movie. You should want them to live, but you don't give a shit about her because she's just a piece of garbage. By the way, great actor. She did an amazing job playing that role, and I think
I've completely shat on her for the last 10 minutes.
no. I think,
Fantastic
like I said,
acting.
Yeah, she was good.
the way she portrayed that role is perfect. The problem is it doesn't create. There were no characters in this movie that you cared about because they were all pieces of shit, and you need to. In a
The
horror
only
movie,
person I
you need
liked
to empathize
were
with
the
people, I think.
were the
Otherwise, it's
smiley
not
face
scary.
people. I thought all the smiley face people,
Dude.
those actors were those actors were brilliantly cast, especially
Jack
that little
Nicholson
girl.
was fucking amazing.
The little girl that she signs her shirt. That little kid, I don't know who the fuck she is. That kid's fucking hilarious. The fucking psycho guy with the shit-stained underwear. That guy was great. Brilliant facial casting on actors for the smiley face people. I thought, awesome.
Yeah, did you notice one of the guys was the actor was Jack Nicholson's son, and he looked just
Yes,
like him.
Ray Nicholson
He
is that
was
kid's
he's
name.
really good, by the way. You didn't
Yes.
get like Nepo baby. You got like this guy can fucking act.
I'd
Like,
hope
he was-
so. He's Jack
especially in the
Nicholson's
car
son. He better
Well,
fucking
you know,
be
a lot
able
of
to
fucking-
act.
Those are pretty
well, the
good
thing is, like, just
genes.
because you're related to someone doesn't mean you'll be good. He could have stunk, but he's actually in that car scene was a very good performance. That was fucking
Yeah, that was
crazy.
good.
I
And
loved that
and
part.
to her credit, I want to give the main girl, Naomi Scott, I think is her name. She was quite good. But I think the movie doesn't give her a lot to do. She's just supposed to play hysterical. Again, that's cool for a bit. I think this movie thinks it's more interesting than it is my problem. But I think it doesn't give her much to do. But what she's given is great. Wait, I want to hear from Tommy because Tommy actually liked the movie.
I did. So one of the things that I enjoyed. So the first Smile, I like it, but I didn't think it was great. It was decent, but I didn't think it was amazing. And this one, I think that you guys are right on this. The lack of story. I kind of think with this, as you had said earlier, you pretty much see. You can understand what's going to happen the whole movie just from watching the trailer, which is pretty true because this movie isn't really story driven. I just thought it was fun. I thought the premise of her being a diva, well, you don't give a fuck about her. I also thought it was a cool gimmick to be like, yeah, I mean, this entity lives off of people's recognition and off of fear, and how better to get to maximize your recognition and eyeballs that are watching you as this smile monster. How better to do that than in today's culture to latch on to some like social media pop culture icon, and so I kind of liked that they did that. And obviously the end does make you think it's going to be like a new Crazies movie. It's not quite zombie. It's
Yeah.
almost like the Crazies where everybody's just going to be fucking psycho after seeing that show, which I don't even know if there's plans for them to do another one or not. I just took that a little bit more as tongue in cheek, like a way to maximize the amount of eyeballs that are going to be seeing this woman's, downfall. And then of course,
And then by the lore of
horrific
the
death.
movie, somebody's going to get the
It'll get
thing in the
passed on.
audience, or it could get to a bunch of them or
I
something,
think it's
right?
like that whole audience is fucked. I think.
Well, probably.
But
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
I
there
think
you go,
that was-
yeah.
I think that's the whole concept behind.
So
the
it's like a
movie, is
mass of
the
people
whole
now
reason
afflicted.
they have the diva is so at the end. But the thing is, because she's a diva at the beginning, you know exactly what the end's going to be.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, okay, she's just this.
Well, and that's why
basically
even during one of the
receptacle
fake
for this
outs,
thing to basically multiply itself. By the way, I do like that the entity is just like humans, is like enthralled by celebrity.
right?
Yeah.
It wants
Like,
wants
wanted
the
to be a
attention.
celebrity.
I mean, that's what it feeds off of, is like the attention, like, and so it almost in the first movie it was cool that they used a mental health professional, because obviously that's the main affliction that you undergo, is like you appear to be crazy. You're seeing things that aren't there. You're talking to people who aren't there, and you're self-sabotaging a lot of things. And in the first movie, they're not as on the nose with it, where they're like, yeah, this girl, the main character, killed her own cat. They just kind of imply that. Whereas in Smile 2, they show you that, yes, she killed her mom. Yes, she was driving this fucking SUV, through traffic trying to get to this pizza place. And then obviously they do another fake out. Oh, no, never mind. Didn't happen. So I definitely can understand.
I hated that so goddamn. I'm sorry,
but I knew they were doing that, because I knew as soon as I heard it was a pop star that it was going to take place at her concert at the end of the movie. So I didn't know how they were getting there. I didn't know exactly how this fake out was going to be. But the guy told her earlier in the movie, like, you're going to lose control and get to a point where you don't know what's real. And I think that point happens way earlier in the movie than people are initially led to believe. So like half that movie that you see is a fucking fake out. Like an hour of it's probably a fake out.
And then by that time, like, that guy was interesting. The nurse guy, the brother. Oh, I got my brother. I'm going to help you. But right. I was like, does that guy even exist? I don't know.
He did. I think he did in that first scene, and then I don't think he did any time after that.
Yeah, maybe. It's so hard to tell I hate this device.
But let me ask you guys this. Have you guys seen The Substance yet? Because there's something that made me like this more.
I want to see that so fucking bad. I'm waiting. Okay. It's not available yet to rent.
Well, no spoiler, but there's a similarity in tone and in scene and setting in The Substance and Smile 2 that I can appreciate, because I actually think it does not glamorize the pop star life. You see this girl who everybody loves and adores, and she's on a fucking morning talk show, and everybody's talking about her comeback before she's even started. And she goes home, dude, and she's alone at night. She doesn't have a friend to call. She's in this big, and I'm talking about Smile 2 right now. She's in this big, luxurious penthouse. She's got no family there with her, no one to love. She doesn't even have a fucking dog or a cat or a parakeet in a fucking cage hanging in her 7,000 square foot apartment. So her life is pretty empty. And
I thought they did actually a really good job with the whole diva stuff. That I do agree with. As a diva movie, it's fucking phenomenal. The sets they used to recreate the staging, the fact that they had all those video production and stuff, that they portrayed that whole part very accurately. I totally agree with you on that.
I don't know if you guys saw Trap.
I saw Trap. I saw Trap.
So I hated Trap. I was super disappointed in Trap. And I think that this gave me the fix that I was hoping for with the behind the scenes pop star stuff in Trap. I feel like I got that.
This is my concert horror movie.
Yeah, if you got to pick one. If you're going to go with one concert horror movie in 2024, Tommy Nugget recommends Smile 2.
And then you kick the tire of the van. That'd be awesome.
Hit a spittoon.
I also do want to say that, again, I mean, look, it is true, Mark. I am definitely not going to watch the first one. I'm sure it's great, but I can already tell it's going to be a lot of the same shit. And here's my thing. Have you guys ever seen? Have you guys ever seen Possession? It's very popular, very famous cult movie, Possession, from 1981.
The one that's like in the Polish director,
with
right?
Sam Neill. Yep.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite fucking movies.
Great fucking movie. Great fucking movie. And that's a movie that also sometimes deals with, oh, you're seeing this? Oh, but it's not really real, because it's portraying another person unraveling who's becoming, slowly losing herself, right? And the cool thing that movie does is it never cheats the audience out of, hey, even if the rug gets pulled out from under you, it's still happening. We still see the reality outside of it. There's a barrier to play with. Smile 2 is purely designed just to fuck with you. You don't know what is real and what isn't. And I just have a fundamental problem with that. I think, there's nothing to approach this movie with, except for style. It's really, the movie should be called Style 2. I like the way it looked. I like the way the director framed shots. This is the first thing I've ever seen. This guy's name is Parker Finn. He wrote and directed it, both Smile movies. I like the way it's made. I just hate everything underneath it. I like
Yeah.
Well,
I like the look of the house. I hate the bones of the house, you know?
Right.
well, you know what I think it is too, Matt. That when you say everything could be is like, oh no, it isn't. We're taking that away from you.
Yeah.
It also makes a lot of those scenes and scenarios seem extremely unrealistic because then you're like, okay, so how did that happen and how did this happen? Because
Correct.
she was doing all this other shit with this car, and now it's like it just the whole thing becomes nonsensical at a certain
And you don't
point.
have anything to hang on to, you know? Like, you could even something as simple as, oh my god, she finally makes it to the freezer at the end. She's decided to do this thing. She has a great character moment. I actually love that line where she's like, oh my god, this is fucking great. I'm gonna die alone in a Pizza Hut. Like, this was her journey. That's a great fucking line. And if that was really happening, I could have hung on to that and been like, you know what? It was pretty cool to see her go from this Lady Gaga-esque personality, millions of adoring fans, anything she could want, to now she's dirty, alone in a Pizza Hut freezer. She has no fucking idea what I was like, that's a story. That's an arc.
Well, you know who
We don't
has
get that.
interns? That fucking entity certainly has interns because it's doing all this crazy shit.
Yeah,
Got a lot of
dude.
people working for it.
And
Yeah.
by the way, we don't want any smile interns on this fucking show. You gotta be a real person. No smile demon.
Did you see my smile demon impression earlier when you were
Oh, is that what was happening?
Yeah.
I was
Talking
like,
to you.
'Cause
oh
I don't,
my
smile,
God, I
I
was
don't
like,
smile like that, you know? So if any
Dude.
time the entity showed up in the movie, I turned to my wife in the theater with the biggest fucking grin I could force on my face, just waiting for her to like look over my way. And
Tommy, I thought you froze again like last week when we thought we were talking to you, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh my
Like,
God.
damn, he's really listening. Tommy's
He's really in this.
into what I'm saying. No, I was
Let me
doing
ask
Smile
you guys
Monster.
this. Let me ask you guys this. Tommy, what did you think of this? Like the scares of the movie? Like, I'm trying to also. I feel like the audience has heard me. I really don't have much else to say, so I really want to leave it to you guys. I can think of maybe some positives, but it's a very hard movie for me to discuss because, like I said, and I will fully admit this, I checked out early because I was just like, I can't with this movie.
Well,
But
it was
this-
a little long, and I do think some of the pacing, and my wife kind of agreed, especially in the first act, was a little dragged on and took a little bit to get there. And then I thought the pacing in the third act fell apart a little bit too. So I think if it would have been shorter and tighter, it might have been easier to not check out. But as far as scares go, and like, I don't want to be this guy, but let me just preface everything I'm about to say by saying, like, honestly, I don't even know if I could watch a scary movie again that scares me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen so much
You're
horror
beyond
so
being
often.
scared.
A little bit.
You're desensitized.
Yeah. And it doesn't mean that something in real life doesn't scare me. You know what I mean? If someone's
Sure.
outside my house scratching the window with Freddy Krueger gloves at 4 a.m., I'm going to be grabbing
Bro,
a Glock. Pretty
global
fucking
warming
scared.
is fucking scary.
Tommy's
Yes, it
getting
is.
stabbed and he's just still watching his movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, keep it down out there. So
I'm gonna watch a
when,
movie.
when
Yeah.
it comes,
Dude,
when
my
it comes to-
cholesterol numbers are fucking terrifying.
yeah, that stuff can be scary. Absolutely. My
I was
rent
like, this
that's-
shit's scarier than long legs. Turn this shit off.
my rent bill after surviving an apocalypse in Western North Carolina when there's nothing left and the rent hasn't gone down is a little fucking scary.
That's fucking scary.
Dude,
Fuck
can you
yeah.
imagine if your rent goes up?
Oh my
It will,
God.
honestly, when we renew it will. They'll just be like, "Oh, you live in a trendy town that's no longer trendy, but here you go.
Here's your 10%
It's a big swimming
increase.
pool. The property values have to go up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So anyway, all that just to say, okay, I didn't expect to be scared by this movie. And so I kind of understood that what I was probably going to get a lot of was style, which we agree
Yep.
is it's heavy in, and jump scares, which is another thing that's obviously the movie is heavy in. Jump scares feel a little cheap to me anyway, no matter what I'm watching, but when I can kind of calibrate that expectation. And so when I went into Long Legs, I'll use that as an example. I liked Long Legs, but I was disappointed in Long Legs. I wanted it to just be a little better. You see all these things about, you know, Micah Monroe's heartbeat went up to 170 beats per minute when she saw Nicolas Cage, and I didn't do that. I was at like 68.
That was
beats per
great
minute.
marketing, by the way. Whoever
It
thought of
was.
that was genius. But it was like you see him in the movie, and it's like he looks like Donatella Versace.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah. He looks like like a fucked up, dried out, decomposed Mrs. Doubtfire mixed with some Jeffrey Tambor, the Bluth head of family.
Yeah, like
in Arrested Development.
not to turn this into a long legs thing, but like I'm with you. I was very scared by long legs in the beginning, and it had some effective jumps, especially that jump with the camera. That fucking got me to jump out of my skin, right? With long legs when he takes the picture. Where long legs fell apart for me was the story at the end. It started to take some leaps in logic where I was like, I cannot go down this road that the mom, who's a nun, is now in on it with him, and there's a doll. I was like, I'm out. I think if you'd have had the first half of long legs and just had that be that would have been the scariest movie of 2024. As it breaches the second act, shits the bed.
Yeah. No, I agree. And I still did enjoy long legs, but I came out like, dude, that was kind of like Seven. More so than Silence of the Lambs, you know.
Like a detective.
Yeah, like a whoudunit procedural with some really.
And
dark,
I don't mind jump
tones.
scares either. In fact, I like jump scares. They're fun. I get that they're cheap. They're the lowest form of comedy to me. Like when you have like a comedian who just does the basic kind of shit. I'm like, you know what? At least at the end of this, he's not fucking George Carlin. He's not making me think. But at least at the end of this, I get a laugh. I paid my 2-drink minimum. I get the laugh out of it for a cheap joke. I'm not against that. So there were some... Jesus. There were some jumps in this. That really worked for me.
Well, and the jumps,
but there were some that were just fucking cheap. You know what the cheapest one was? When she was looking at the phone, and she's like, look, there, you're watching the recording on the phone, and it's like, there he is in the corner. Can you see him? And you're waiting for the thing to come out on the phone. And of course, it wasn't going to be on the phone, but it wasn't even well done. The camera just went over, and it was the barbell guy who killed himself, the coke dealer in the beginning, and he was like, it's just there for a second.
One thing that was cool about that, they used prosthetics for that barbell scene.
That did look good.
Face mold.
Crazy.
And the actor said he smashed the fuck out of this face mold with like it was a plastic weight. Obviously, they're not using real 45-pound plates. But it's kind of cool because he said later it was hard to watch that scene because he was hitting himself so hard for so long that it kind of fucked him up a little bit. And so seeing how it played out, probably, and PTSD to go with it. So I think some of the jump scares were a little effective. Some of them I could see coming. You guys, it sounds like you hated
totally
the
got
scene.
Some of them got. I'd say 50% of them got me, and the other 50% I was laughing.
Well, and that's one of the times that it's fun to be in a theater because then you see other people react to the jump scares, and they're like, when you see people go, "Oh, it's fun."
Did you guys have? I had one other person in my screening. That was it. It was like having a private screening of Smile 2. Did you have audience members? I know. Mark, you said you had talkers in your audience?
I had 5 talking people, but you know what? I sent you guys those like angry texts, but then halfway through I was like, oh man, at least I got something to listen to.
Something to keep you actually entertained.
I do agree the director is very good. I like the way it looks. I thought a lot of the physical effects were great. I think it just like where it really got me was just the story, and the other thing too is like the whole movie's like bait and switch. So the intro is fucking awesome. That got me so into it. I was like, great.
With your buddy Kyle Gallner from Strange Darling.
Yeah. He's awesome in the first one. He's a really good actor. And that would have been such a cool storyline where it's him just tracking shit down and or if it was just like this, that's what I was hoping it would be, this calamity of errors as he tries to get rid of this entity, which would have been fucking awesome. And it would have kept it small scale.
That's a good pitch. What you just said, that sounds interesting.
And I think that's where it's successful. But what makes it less scary to me is that everybody knows how the entity works. This random nurse guy is going to come and he's like, you got to do it. But then again, it's also like, was that guy real too? So who the fuck knows? So everything I'm saying is like, who fucking cares? Because it could
too many
be either or.
Right.
They juked you out of your shoes.
Was there even a movie?
It's like,
exactly.
have you guys ever seen the videos where they in another country like Turkey or something, they go to give kids ice cream cones, but then they keep snatching the cone or like flipping it out of the kid's hand?
Oh no!
Basically,
Don't
you guys are like one of the
punch those guys in the face and just
yes, I do. Or grab the rod that they have the cone on and just rip it out of their hands. Like they're all fucking mine now. But you guys are like sometimes in those videos you'll see a kid stand there for 3 minutes like just playing along like until they finally get their ice cream. You guys are like the kids that after about 3 to 5 fake outs, you're like, fuck you, dude. I don't even want ice cream anymore.
Yeah.
And you just are like,
And then we wait until the crew is done and we see what car they park in, and then we go and key their car.
jack that shit. Yeah. Take the ice cream. You're still going to eat ice cream when it's all said and done.
I've been watching The Penguin on Max, and now I just want to key words into people's cars like payback, bitch.
I have not watched that yet.
Dude, The Penguin is so
mode.
fucking good. It is so good.
I've been in horror mode for over a month. So
Same. And it's taking all of me not to wreck the penguin at the end of every episode. I guess this is me unofficially telling everybody.
This is a soft wreck.
Surprise, the fucking penguin is great.
You can still wreck it, official man. No one, we won't judge you.
Fuck it, I'll just wreck it later.
I did have some people at my screening. We saw like a 4:30 on a Friday show, but my area is still not fully normal since
Still
that
coming
storm.
back, yeah.
So yeah, but there were some people in the theater, and I will tell you guys this too. I'm only going to say this to you guys, and of course your listeners. So I should probably shut the fuck up, but I'm going to say it anyway. I committed the ultimate sin of cinema attendance. Do you know what that is?
You farted in a movie theater.
Oh no, I do that all the time. If it's silent, it's all good, baby.
Okay, now I gotta know what's the ultimate sin.
So
we know Matt's ultimate sin.
I showed up late. I missed the first like 5 minutes of the movie.
Missed the best part.
Yeah. Well,
you missed the open with Kyle Gallner.
I saw just the end where he gets hit and dragged on the road, and it creates the blood streak. And so I unfortunately
just like
had
the shit stain on the shorts.
Yeah, I had to catch up with it afterwards. But my theater, I've been going to this theater for fucking almost 5 years now, and they've never ever started a movie on time. They're always 20 to 25 to recently they've been almost 30 minutes late.
Yeah,
and I get tired of watching. It is, dude, and I get tired of like if I'm sitting.
I can't watch another Sprite commercial at a certain point. I'm
Sprite
like, I've had enough.
Another quiz with Maria Menounos.
I can't see another trailer I've seen 50,000 times. And then also, if you're trying to be high at all during the movie and you smoke before you go there, you're like,
oh, you'll mistime the high.
You're half unstoned, just sitting there.
You mistime that shit. By the way, I got beef with Maria Menounos because now they've added. Now they've added a fake out like goddamn Smile too. Maria Menounos will come in and she'll be like, "Thanks so much for hanging in with me, you guys are the best. These trailers are coming back, okay?" And then you're like, "Here we fucking go." And the lights don't go down and you're like, "What the fuck?" And there's another Verbo ad, another Sprite ad, another ad. And then she comes back for the real finale. "Okay, my name's Maria Menounos. This is my podcast. See you guys later. Bye." And I'm like,
I don't get the Maria Menounos stuff.
She just smile-toed me.
I know
and then
who she is.
And then after that, you get the fucking ads for the cinema that you're already in. It's like, why do you think I paid for Dolby Atmos theater? You don't have to tell me I'm in the Atmos theater.
Yes,
I had to pay
$15
more.
Or like the ad that's like, "Don't watch Venom 3 on a tiny screen. Watch it giant." I'm like, no fucking shit.
Here.
I'm here.
And nobody wants to watch
In
Venom
fact,
3
can we
anyway.
change the movie to Venom 3? I would prefer to watch Venom 3.
Oh, I'm not excited for that.
Dude, that movie looks great.
It looks so stupid. I'm in. Take my money.
I think that's how I came into Smile too. I was like, this looks dumb and fun. And so that's why it was fun for me. I had pretty low expectations.
Once that stupid symbiote took over the horse in the trailer, I was like, I'm in. Take my money. Take my $10 or whatever. I want to see the stupid horse.
I just hate that they keep releasing Venom movies in October like it's a horror movie, and it's not a fucking horror
that is
movie.
frustrating, dude. Our first run through,
He has sharp teeth, so I think they're just like,
they're like, must be horror.
Yeah.
Our first run through of spoopy episodes ever in the first year of the show, because Venom, the original Venom 2, I think, came out during the October. We covered it as part of our horror show that month.
Okay, and I mean it's a fun movie. I just
Tommy signs off.
He's like, all right, I've had enough.
Yeah, peace. I'm out of here.
See you later, you Maria Menounos loving shitheads.
I barely know who the fuck that is. Yeah,
Maria Menounos, no more.
I go to a Regal cinema and I don't get the. Maria
That's
Menounos.
how you know. So I'm a Cinemark guy, so that's why I get Maria Menounos.
Yep. I just get a bunch of the same trailer over and over and over again. It's actually been so long since I've seen all the trailers. Like we had it down to a science where I would drop my wife off in front of the theater. She could go get her popcorn and her little White Claw. I go park the car, hit the vape a few last times walking up to the theater, and then we walk right in that shit. And we're usually there 5 minutes before the movie starts.
Perfect.
I think we got to Smile 2 15 minutes after the start time. So I was like, dude, we're early. And no, had missed 5 or 6 minutes. I had to literally hold my phone under my jacket to find out what the fuck just happened to Kyle Gunner, man.
Oh, really?
And I found out what I needed to find out, whispered it into my wife's ear, and we were all caught back up and we had fun after that. But I was pretty pissed at myself. And if this theater is going to start showing things on time, I'm going to get my ass there on time. But with my luck,
Well, then that's really not your fault, though, Tommy, because every single movie pretty much starts like 15:30. Like, you'll kill all your snacks, and then the movie starts. You're like, oh.
Yep.
And then all the blood rushes to your stomach, and you fucking fall asleep halfway through these crappy movies.
Or you got to take a shit.
Yeah, they're like, get up and use the bathroom, so you'll have to come back and watch this movie.
Guys,
again.
Maria Menounos, it's time for you to go take a shit. Sorry. You're like, you bitch, Maria.
Time.
How could you do this to me? I thought we had something, man.
All this time we've been hanging out at Cinemark.
I paid money to see you.
Years. Man.
I do want to say, though, I will give it up for the Smile actors. I thought the casting on them was great. I think they found some creepy looking motherfuckers. I'm amazed. I think those are all real smiles. I don't think they're CG enhanced. They all look great. Great fucking job there.
I think the only thing they did CG with was some of the Smile monster in its actual monstrous form and that wasn't great. I'll admit that.
Well, did that appear in the first movie?
Say something about that? In the first movie, that monster looks fucking dope. In this
Yeah,
one,
the
it looks like
monster's good.
you know when you have a shit that just is too long and it starts wrapping around a bowl? That's what the fucking they did with the creature. It's like, why did you make it so long and stupid?
It's like a scrotum
piece of
pole.
Shit.
That's
It's like
amazing.
a stretched out scrotum almost.
The coil shit snake.
Yeah.
With the fucking head.
Okay, so that
hanging
answers
off.
my
It's
question.
like,
I thought, is this supposed to be a big reveal for the sequel? They've finally shown you what the thing looks like. No, they showed it in the first movie, apparently.
Well, but it is
It
different.
was like
the
one of
first
those
one.
old huh? Oh, sorry.
It is different in the first one because doesn't it resemble her mom at first?
It has more of like a humanoid body. This one had
Right.
more like almost like a wiener dog body.
Did
It looked like a fucking.
It looked
hot
like the
dog.
Oscar Mayer Wienermobile. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it looked like a scrote pulled and stretched out from
Big
a
old
thing
scrote.
dog, from a dog in the thing. You know what I mean? Like that thing dog legs and scroty ball torso. Pretty much.
It's kinda like
thought
what
that
you-
the eyes and the smile of it were funny. It was like comical. It looked like a comic book character almost.
It also looked like one of those swayback horses. You know, they just look dumb. And you're like, why is that one not glue? That's terrible.
Listen,
Sorry.
Yeah.
Real
Why is that not
ass
extinct?
question. Real question for you guys. Did this movie make you want to eat Pizza Hut?
No, it made me want to fucking. I don't know.
I did have pizza the
You
night
were
after.
terrified.
Yeah,
I
dude.
know.
See, I wanted to eat my feelings after a Pizza Hut.
Wait, you wanted a pizza after seeing that weird thing?
Well, I
I did,
had it
yeah.
the next night, and I just
We
wanted it
handle
'cause I'm a
stress
fat
differently,
ass. It
Mark.
has
I
nothing
needed
do-
to
yeah.
feed the beast.
Yeah. Well, and
Oh,
for me, pizza's just delicious. So
Yeah.
that's a big thing.
I'd have
about
been
it
like,
that-
no, it's like a reward for. That's how you know it's fat guy talk. I'm like, this is my reward. I made
made
it
it
through Smile
through
2.
that
a
movie.
whole calzone.
Yeah,
Now
I
I'm
get
going
a
to
I get a
reward
New York
myself.
Meat Lovers Pizza Hut pizza and a beer, and that's what I get.
By the
I
way,
got-
if Alamo rolled up that flatbread, that's what this fucking thing looked like.
Dude, that's what they would do for the themed menu. The Smile flatbread, it's all rolled up like a big old dog.
Poke a smile in it. Someone with their finger. Why not? I don't know if they did any cool marketing for this movie, but for the first movie, they did some fun marketing that a lot of people hated, but I thought it was super fun. They just
Oh,
had
like having the
people-
actors at the baseball game and shit.
Yeah, I thought that was hilarious.
I
Like,
think they did do. I'm gonna look that up while we're talking. I think they did do some of the marketing again, like
'cause
crazy.
I actually,
shit.
I'll shamelessly plug some compadres. I covered the first Smile with Genre Geeks when it came out.
That's right.
And,
Oh, I
that's
have to
right.
listen to that.
That's the only time I've been on their show. Good guys, you guys, if you're listening, what up? Shout out. But Yeah, we did the first Smile, and I don't think they loved it, and I liked it. I didn't love it, but I liked it. But they hated the marketing tactics, and I thought the marketing tactics were fucking hilarious. People just because I've literally been doing this to my wife around every corner ever since Friday.
Well, they're back. They did send creepy smiling people to more baseball games right now. This is for Smile too. So good on
By
them
the way,
there.
it would have been great if no one still knew it was. So these poor actors were just sitting there smiling.
That's
for
from
no
the
reason.
first movie. There you go. Look at that. Look at that lady. Jesus Christ.
Like, how creepy is that? You're at a baseball game and you look over to call for some fucking a brat, and then you just see that standing there. That's awesome.
They're serving beer.
Look
That's
at this.
way better.
Look.
That's way
There
better
you
than
go.
when Aqua Teen dropped a bunch of shit in the New Jersey
Wow.
fucking off a bridge.
Listen, I don't want to
Also,
see
she's
Smile.
no one went to see the movie because she's blocking their view, so they actually
Yeah.
lost.
Can we
members.
get this lady for Smile 3? I want Frown. I want the spin-off where this lady's like, fuck this. And I want to
Frown
watch her
further.
story.
Yeah. Like, she survived being in the advertising for Smile,
Yeah.
and now it's affected her life.
Yeah,
in a
like
way.
you don't know at first what she's talking to her psychiatrist about. You assume it's the entity. She's like, it won't stop bothering me. It's ruined my family, ruined my life. And then you realize what she's talking about is that she had to endure the
Ever since-
marketing for Smile 2. And
Ever
it has
since I went to
slowly
that
fucked
Nets
up her
game.
life. Yep. People keep recognizing me and talking to me, and sometimes I don't know what's real and what's not. Not
Someone
this
offered me-
shit again.
Someone offered me Cracker Jacks yesterday on the subway.
Yeah. Now I
Told him
can't
this
go
isn't
to
a
a baseball
baseball
game. People smiling at me.
Can't even watch baseball anymore.
The other day, my nephew said it was nice to see me, and he smiled at me, and I smacked the shit out of him.
I just frowned at his ass hardcore.
By the way, going back really quick, I think the biggest sin you could commit in a movie theater is taking a call. I think if you take a call
Yeah. I guess
in,
I mean, like,
in your
dude,
seat, that
hold
is
on.
the gravest sin of them all.
Here's
You
what I
remember when
mean.
that happened? That one guy got super mad.
That one guy got super pissed. Mark and I were in a Times Square movie theater, and the fucking guy, we were
goodness.
seeing that Kevin Costner Hitman movie, 3 Days to Kill, and this fucking
yeah.
guy took a phone call.
No,
Full
it was
on.
a lady.
Oh, it was
that
a
yeah,
lady.
I'm not doing anything.
And the guy said something super racist, I remember.
Oh, it was a guy
That's what makes
telling
it-
her to get off her phone. Yes.
He's like,
That's
this
what
is
makes
not
it
a
even
village
worse.
in blah. It's like, wow, that guy, what a piece of shit.
That's Times
It's
Square
like-
for you.
It's like you look at the guy and you go, listen, pal, you're sending the right message, but you're saying it the wrong fucking
Doing it the
way.
wrong shitty
No.
way.
She needs to get off her phone because it's annoying. It has nothing to do with her ethnicity or her culture.
Yeah, exactly. So now everyone hates you, and they're gonna
Yeah.
empathize with her, and now we gotta listen to this fucking phone call.
I will agree that either talking loud or taking a phone call and being a dick is worse. But I guess what I more meant as like someone who's trying to cover this on a podcast in T-minus 3 days, and I missed the opening fucking
Oh,
scene.
yeah.
And it's
I
kind of
see.
like,
I
Shame
see.
on you. No, I'm
you
sorry.
know, I at first when it happened, I was like, whatever. We barely missed the opening credit scene. But then I was like, dude, you're literally on a podcast covering this in 2 days. You fucking
I
dumbass.
appreciate that level of
we'll just pretend
integrity.
you froze.
Yeah, I appreciate that level of integrity because had it been me guessing on someone else's pod and I missed the first 5 minutes, I'd have been like, I'm lying about that shit.
I mean, dude,
Like if they
thought-
ask me anything about the opening scene, I'm gonna just fucking pretend and
Like, yeah,
move
Kyle
on to the
Gallner.
next scene.
He was good, right? Don't you think we should move
I'll
past
be like,
that
you guys
now,
like
though?
Strange Darling? I'll just try to move the conversation away.
Have you seen Jennifer's
What did
body?
you guys
He's
like the
in
end
that,
title
too.
sequence?
What did you guys think about the,
What
the
did you think
extra
about the
hour
ending?
and 40 minutes? Not the
No,
first
dude.
5 minutes.
So here's why I'll say I fessed up. Number one, you guys are my buddies and we're just talking shop. I don't want to hurt your episode listenership, but at the same time, I'm just here talking to buddies, so I'll be honest.
Yeah,
and number
man.
two, and the thing that keeps me honest, is my lovely wife listens to all the eps that I'm on with y'all. So
And
she's
she's
gonna
like,
be like,
"You
weren't
fucking lied,
there." Yeah.
You
So I'm like,
lied,
fuck it.
sack of
Mi-
shit.
Mrs.
I'm an honest
Nuggets,
guy.
thank you for keeping him
Mrs.
honest.
Yes.
And also, I got to tell you, no one hurts our listenership, Tommy, except for me and Mark.
Oh man. Well, you
So,
can't be that bad.
You don't
kid.
have to
You
worry
have to
about
feel
that, buddy. We've hurt them enough
We
If
got
they're
no
still here,
Nixon's
they'll fucking
coming.
take it, man.
just by
They're-
existing.
They're used to it. They don't give a shit. They love the abuse.
I'm going to say this, guys. I don't have much else to say about Smile 2. I'm sorry. I'm a terrible reviewer this week. I just don't have anything else to bring to this table. So I'm going to yield to my co-hosts and the guest horror expert of residence for you guys to have any final thoughts. I have nothing further to say on Smile 2. So, maybe here, Tommy, maybe we'll lead with you. If you have anything final you want to say about the movie that we didn't cover, didn't get to, feel free to lavish it with praise. Don't listen to us. Again, all movies are subjective, and especially horror movies are subjective. Most subjective, I think. I think even more subjective than comedy. There's no telling what's going to scare you versus what's going to scare me, what you're desensitized to, what you're not. So who knows? You might walk away and love Smile 2, and more power to you. It's a horror movie, and we always need more horror movies, whether I like them or not. I'm just happy that they exist in the space. So,
and a good thing about Smile also is it's all, even though it's not the most creative and original, it is all original. It's not an IP. It's not, Colin Trevorrow taking over an old fucking John Carpenter franchise and trying to reboot or requel or prequel or whatever the fuck they're doing with every other fucking legacy franchise. So I appreciate that. It's all written and directed by the same guy. He also actually wrote like an 8-minute and directed an 8-minute short called Laura Hasn't Slept, which was like a prequel to the first movie. The first movie was based off of his short film. And so I can appreciate that. And I know you guys have said, as I have many times in the past, it's good to get new shit that's not just IPs, not franchises being regurgitated. So I can appreciate that. What's his name? Parker Finn. I can appreciate what he's done with both of these movies and with the short film that was the prelude to all this. And I do think Smile 2 is doing pretty well on like
#1 this
Tomatoes and IMDb, and it won the weekend, but I think people are digging it. So for me, I kind of fall into that crowd because I just thought it was a lot of fun. I appreciated the pop star lens that we were looking through, and without giving anything specific away, I thought there were some similarities that I could appreciate between this and the portrayal of a pop star and the substance and Demi Moore's life in that movie. So some of those parallels kind of entertained me, and I did think it was funny. I did think there was some silly shit. I got to ask you guys, because the first thing in the theater that I was like, okay, this is fucking bugging me. What'd you guys think of the way she was slugging and slurping that fucking Voss water every 5 minutes? Like,
that was
she was just
a
like,
great product placement for Voss.
Yeah. It also,
the glass bottles soon. The
I couldn't
ones.
I couldn't get out of my head that story about one of our favorite punching bags on the show, Dwayne Johnson, and how he pees in Voss water bottles and makes his assistant take them away. And all I can see.
Wait, is that real?
Real thing, Dwayne Johnson will piss. He will not go to a bathroom if he's in the middle of doing something. If he's in the middle of a workout or in the middle of talking to somebody.
Wiener, so
if he's got to pee,
well,
he will
me,
pee
like,
inside of a Voss water bottle.
Bladder.
He hands it to his assistant, and the assistant's job is to go and dump it. And ever since I've heard that story, if I see anybody drinking Voss, I'm like, you're drinking the Rock piss. As you're drinking.
That's hilarious.
So I think about that every
time. I wonder
time.
if he can do 500. I think I would have more free time if I was like pissing and shitting in bottles.
Yeah, just having someone run behind you with a net, catching your shit.
I'm going to pull this up because
interns.
Yeah, there's another job duty. Throw it on the board. So when I hear Voss, I think of because I'm poor. I drink. Right now I'm drinking out of like Food Lion and Walmart water bottles because Asheville, North Carolina is not on city water again. But before that, I would drink tap water ran through a filter. I don't drink fucking.
Here's a tip, Tommy. Get one glass bottle of Voss and then just keep refilling it, and you can pretend to be rich.
Everybody will think I'm a baller.
Mark, here you go. Dwayne Johnson reportedly peed in Voss water bottles on film sets and was up to 8 hours late shooting the new movie Red One.
See, and when
pissed
you read
in bottles and was still fucking late.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Like if he actually took bathroom breaks, he would have been 10 or 12 hours late. Honestly, that's
also I'm not going to look for it, but there is video proof of this. Like he's in the middle of doing a story on Instagram. He's like, "What's up, everybody? I'm just sort of talking about it," and then you can see a Voss water bottle with an amber fluid in it.
Oh, gross!
And foam at the top. And here comes a lowly assistant, like, "Excuse me, I'll just take this."
Excuse me, Dwayne.
Excuse me, it's Maria Menounos.
That's real?
Just here to get the Voss water bottle. That's exactly what happened.
To get the shit bottle. So to me, those Voss bottles don't look like they. If I'm taking a full piss and I'm so busy I can't stop to go to the bathroom, like it's gonna fill 2 of those bottles.
Yeah,
so,
you need two bottles.
That's a waste.
That's
He should
right.
be pissing. He should be pissing in those smart water bottles.
I say just be a man and pee in a plant or something. Just whip it
Or
out,
like
pee in the corner or
99
something.
cent Arizona iced tea cans.
There you go.
There
Although
you go.
I don't know about that edge on those cans, buddy.
I circumcised myself.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
He
Like,
cuts
that's a little,
the tip of his dick off.
That's flirting with disaster a little too much, I think. Yeah, and it's funny when you have lines like that. How do people like Dwayne Johnson get away with it? And meanwhile, Wesley Snipes was chastised for being blazed on the set of Blade 3 when they did him pretty dirty in Blade 3. Like they didn't do anything he wanted to do.
Yeah. That's
And-
okay.
and-
You know what? He's been redeemed in Deadpool and Wolverine. I feel like the crowd, the public has come back and they're like, we love you,
Oh,
Wesley. We're sorry. We were dicks.
Literally,
Yeah,
my
also-
favorite moment in Deadpool 3 was
Same.
Blade
Best
walking on
moment.
screen.
Best
I
moment
loved
was
it.
Blade.
Sure.
I loved it.
Fucking love it. We
It's
love
a
it.
Oh,
shame
what were
they
you
didn't
gonna-
have money to get his original costume.
Yeah, they were like, we whipped
Yeah.
something up.
Where's his fucking cool gun and his katana blade?
Yeah. Where's
Yeah.
his padding and stuff?
They
Yeah.
were like, Kraft just dropped this off this morning, Wesley, so we're gonna have to go with it for now.
They had
But
to buy one of his Spirit Halloween blade cheapo ones.
That's hilarious because you know they can't have Spirit Halloween can't have the real licensed name of the guy. Can't say Blade, so the package just says Black Guy
Blod.
Vampire Hunter.
yeah, or like
This is the one we found it. Oh, sorry.
BLAD,
Yeah,
scary vamp daywalker suit.
Black Guy Vampire Hunter. Mark, do you have any final thoughts on Smile 2 before we
I do.
get off
I would
this?
say that. I'll be really quick. I would say that first, I should probably apologize for just taking a super big dump on it immediately. I had 2 shots of espresso before the show, so
I could
also
feel the caffeine.
apologize to my 2 buddies for cutting you guys off.
No, dude, you're good. It was nice.
So basically, I
You
would
were in
say
rare
I
form.
loved 50.
Rare form.
I loved 50% of the movie, and I disliked 50% of it. I thought the cast, crew, great job. They deserve a lot of applause for putting together a really good-looking horror film. I would say it only falters in the script stages, but if it had a better script, I think I would have liked it more. But like I said, it dragged in the middle for me, but there was still a lot of stuff that kept me going, and I didn't want to leave the theater. I was entertained. I will say, though, please give the first one a chance if you can, because it's a pretty good fucking little horror film.
Yeah, I think
this
the
one
first
is
one's
like a-
definitely worth watching. And I sorry to jump in, Mark, but I want to pile on with that sentiment, especially to Matt here. I do think that you could still appreciate the first one without conceding anything you think about the second one, because they're
thing
pretty
is-
different.
And the thing is,
Okay.
the first one feels so much like a standalone film. And also,
Yeah.
by the way, when you do, I delayed my viewing so I could view the first one, and I thought that watching them both together helped out a lot, because it does leave off pretty much right where the first one ends.
Right.
So that was cool. But like I said, if you saw the first one, I probably recommend it just so you can get a better scope of the story, and especially if it's doing well. I am rooting for a Smile 3 because I like the director. Is his name Parker Finn, you said?
Parker
right?
Finn.
Yeah.
I think he's super talented.
I think
And
I'd want
I-
to see him
I
do
hope
something
he
that's
does-
not Smile. Do another
Well,
movie.
yeah,
I mean,
that
I
would
want
be
to see
good
a
too.
movie, but something else.
I'll
And
be
I- and I
honest
thi-
with you. If it is, I believe every director should have their trilogy, and I think he should finish this off, whether it's good or bad. It would just be nice to actually see a cohesive 3-part story for horror, which I think that's like it's not that
pretty
often
rare.
that we get that. Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
Ty
so-
West that's why the Ty West trilogy was so fucking
I hope
excellent.
he doesn't
It's
tie
very
West
rare.
this shit and make the third one the worst. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And also,
I
Ty
hope
West
this
is
is
going
just
back
a
on that
setup.
because he's going to make a 4th now. They're going to make a 4th
really?
Max scene.
What?
See,
By the
and-
way, did he say anything about the third one? Like, did
That
anybody
everybody
like,
hates it.
You know what's funny? I was talking
Does this
talking
guy
to-
know that everybody hates his movie?
You know
Because it
what's
went from
weird?
like the first 2 were like every horror head I know was like, oh my god, he's like God's gift. This is, he's
Yeah.
going to be bringing so much to horror. And then as soon as Maxine, every single person I know hated it.
Tommy and I were on that episode. We just did it as a duo, and it was a hard episode, man.
We
it
were
was
disappointed.
Hard.
I will say that I think if you're less of a horror head, because you got to think, we were saying earlier, I'm very desensitized. So X was an easy watch for me, and X is my favorite of the trilogy. I love X. I thought X was such a fucking amazing throwback to Texas Chainsaw and to just raunchy, dirty country shit. I loved X. I really loved Pearl too, but X takes the cake for me. My wife's favorite is Pearl. We were actually talking to a neighbor because I'm kind of known amongst some of the people we see like out walking the dog. I'm also known here in my complex as the horror resident.
Oh, you're the horror guy, yeah.
The horror nerd in residence. Yeah. So someone the other day we were talking about that trilogy, and the dude we were talking to said his favorite was Maxine, and I didn't want to offend him, but inside I was like, what?
You're like, I just lost a little respect for you, buddy.
Tommy changes his walking routine so he avoids
I'm going the other way. No, and to me, I just thought it was cool that like there were 3 people talking about it, and each of the 3 people had a different favorite in the trilogy. So I can appreciate that aspect of Maxine. I just think it was a shitty way to cap off those first 2, because Pearl is excellent, and X was one of my favorite movies of 22. So
yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
So there you go. Well, Mark, where would you want to see a Smile 3 go? Like,
well, I mean, it only has one direction now, which is pure pandemonium. So I hope they kind of do like, how A Quiet Place took the smaller story, brought it to New York City, and kind of like made it bigger and better. I hope they do that with this one. It's like, let's see some full scale.
Well, and
entity attacks.
This feels like it almost needs like, I'm a Purge guy, and even I will acknowledge the first Purge just really skates by on concept alone. The real Purge #1 is Purge Anarchy, which is the Purge movie we all thought we were getting.
It's the best one.
It's the best one, and I kind of think the Smile universe kind of needs that Purge Anarchy in the next movie to give everybody the Smile movie that they've all kind of been expecting.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing: is if the third one builds off of the second one, I think the second one for me will have a little bit more going for it, because
you won't feel as unsatisfied.
It'll be a nice. It does feel very much. The second one does have that, that second in a sequel in a trilogy kind of feel where it's just like this is
the middle
just
child,
almost filler, just so we can get you to our big conclusion. So. I mean, the only problem with that is it puts so much pressure on that third one,
Yeah, I thought, what's funny? I thought the Parker Finn guy, like I said, I don't think much of him as a writer, but I think he is a good director. And I don't know if I ever told you guys, but I wound up finally getting around to watching Exorcist Believer and how just unbelievably horrible it was.
Yeah, it's so bad.
And I was like, that's who you should get to make an Exorcist movie, is this Smile guy. Because he knows how to show people in hysterics. He knows how to show like a crisis of the soul. But you just have him walk away from the unreliable narrator shtick, have him commit to a real story, or better yet, have a separate writer come and present him a script and say, cool, here's the story that you can't fuck with, but you can apply your awesome visual stamp to this and make this great. And I think that guy would be an ideal candidate if they want to make another Exorcist movie. They should call this fucking guy, because he might actually do a good job.
Honestly, they might. It's funny because I do think now you put out like two good horror movies that do well at the box office, and your fucking phone's going to be ringing. And I will say, so I am not holding my breath for a third movie. I obviously think the ending completely leaves the door open for that, but I am a little intrigued about the prospect of so everybody hated The Happening, right? I know I'm dogging M. Night Shyamalan today, and I'm sorry, M. Night. I'm sorry, bro. I do still like you, but everybody hated The Happening.
Root for him.
Yeah, I root for Night. I don't love everything he does, but I root for him.
That's exactly how I feel.
God, please be the other M. Night.
I watch all of his shit to see if it's going to be good or not, and I still keep going back. So I don't hate the guy, but he puts out some duds and he puts out some cool shit. But I think with The Happening, everybody loved the first half when everybody was killing each other and shit. That was all cool. It was when the shoe dropped and you were like, oh, the plants are doing this because they're mad. Like, that's when everybody got mad. So to me, the direction that Parker Finn leaves a clearly obvious road to go through here is that there's going to be this mass hysteria and mass suicides, because that's really what the Smile monster does to its victims, ultimately they kill themselves and pass it on. So I think it's a cool premise for a fun third movie to have it be like not quite zombie movie, but it is like an outbreak, and it is
but in the vein of that crazies, the hysterical outbreak
the crazies
movie.
or
It should
the
be
happening.
pandemonium. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
By
that
the
could
way,
be fun.
the one thing I will say, so I guess will be the last thing I say on this movie, because I suppose I'm running out of things and I don't want to poop on it anymore, because film is just a hard thing to do. And like, why am I shitting on this guy? And it's like, I'm just sitting in my house scratching my balls. So the one thing I will say about Parker Finn, I like that he's building things to be like, as a director, he's challenging himself by making the story bigger. And by writing this movie, he's making it more challenging himself for the third one. So I actually respect that. And it's good to see a director challenge themselves and kind of grow and take on bigger things. So I hope he's successful. That's what I'll say.
In that same vein, I read a quote from him where he said that with a sequel, obviously you get, you get higher expectations. The studio wants its returns, but you also get a bigger budget. You get a little more star power. You get a little more, shoot time. So he said that his approach is to try to go just a little bit over what his budget is, go just a little bit over what his shoot time is, go just a little bit past who he could conceivably put in the cast. And that's kind of cool, because that's how he's going to grow into a pretty good filmmaker, I think, by pushing those boundaries. If they give him 50 million, he wants to shoot this shit for 60 million. And it's not just to balloon the budget, it's to push the boundaries and propel things further than he thought he could go. So I can appreciate that approach.
Yeah, fuck yeah,
Well,
man.
Big,
And it's already a
just
victory
even-
for this guy, because the first Smile was supposed to be a direct-to-streaming movie. Paramount was supposed to go to Paramount Plus, and Paramount saw it and said, we think that this can survive theatrically. And they were right, and now they've turned this into a little budding horror franchise. So to me, this guy's already a winner. He's already done amazing things,
Well, you by the way, from this movie, the one thing I'll say, okay, this is my final thing I'll say. You can actually see that he's capable of directing things outside of horror, because you have these internal dramas, these like family issues that are occurring, and then also with all the side characters. So you can see he's actually capable of directing more than horror. So I think he's going to be a very talented guy in the future.
I don't know why you'd want to go to another genre though, man. If I was a director with 2 successful horror movies, I would never fucking leave the genre ever.
Fuck yeah. Or maybe twist it a bit. I would be like, all right, I've gotten a lot of sway. Now I want to cash in all my chips and make an action horror film.
Sure.
I want to make my From
Bone
Dusk Till Dawn, my Bone Tomahawk, right?
Yeah.
I want to get some pyro, and I want to get some actors that I like. Kurt Russell called him up. I'd want to start to slowly use my chips on
Where's
something.
D. Wallace at? I need D. Wallace up in the
Yeah,
house.
fuck yeah. Call D. Wallace up. All right, guys, there you go. There's our review of Smile 2. You guys ready to do some Rex?
Let's do it.
Let me hit this shit.
I'm gonna wreck it! Wreck it! Wreck it! Wreck it! Wreck, wreck, wreck! I'm gonna wreck it! Wreck it! Wreck it! Wreck it! Wreck, 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 wreck
Well, I
it!
go on facts, not recommendations, but thank you.
Okay, guys, Maria Menounos. Yes, thank you. It's time for Rex. So I think what we'll do, I'm going to say this. I'm going to throw a quick curveball here. Usually last week we've been doing 2 Rex. I think do what you want, but I'll say if you have a third rec and you want to bring it, just bring it, because we were so all over the map with Smile 2. Let's give the people what they want. And also, I want an excuse to be able to recommend The Penguin to you people. So this is what we'll do. Maybe we'll go, we'll just
Ulterior motives.
I'll start, we'll go with Mark, and then we'll end with Tommy. So here you go. Yes, my one non-horror rec this week is to implore all of you goddamn people to go watch The Penguin on Max. Mark, are you caught up? Are you all the way caught up?
No, I'm on halfway through episode 2.
Okay.
I'm really far
I
behind.
think I'm
Did
only...
they release the whole season? Or is
No, they give it to you one a week.
Yeah.
I think I've watched 4. I've watched the first 4 episodes. There might be now a new one. Listen, every week it is getting... It's not that it's getting better. Every week it somehow tops itself. I don't know how they're doing it. The writing is phenomenal. I think if you're put off by the idea that this is a Batman show, or you think it's like that shitty, like, oh, remember the TV show Gotham? No, The words Batman are never uttered. Sometimes I'm watching the show and I forget it's Gotham City. I'm like, I'm watching a New York mafia show. That's what I'm watching.
Nice.
And then I'm only reminded of Batman stuff when somebody says Penguin. That's it. Because for the most part, they don't even call him that. They call him by his name. Colin Farrell's fucking amazing. The kid who plays his driver, Vic, is fucking amazing. And that lady, Sophia Falcone, I don't know the actor's name, but she is fucking awesome. And they kind of gave her her own episode this week that explains a lot about her and what her deal is. And I gained a full respect for that character that I was like, oh my God.
I think that's Christina Milioti. She was
That's her.
She was Jordan Belfort's first wife in Wolf of Wall Street.
There you go.
The one that he shouldn't have left.
She's fucking phenomenal in it. It's a great two-hander show. It is the Penguin show, but she's really the second part of it that is equally as important, equally as genius and conniving. It's a great show. If you've ever wanted week to week just to watch somebody be like, get themselves in a fucking horrible situation and be like, how the fuck are they going to get out of this? That's what the Penguin's superpower is. That's what he does. He connives his way out of every shitty situation, and just when you think he cannot do it, he somehow manages to do it. I'm not spoiling anything.
White.
I'm speaking in generic terms. It's totally Walter White.
Yeah,
I'm a huge Breaking Bad fan, and if I'm telling you, as a Breaking Bad fan, you will love this fucking show. It scratches that itch. It is so goddamn good. That's my one non-horror rec for you people, is to go watch. I've been balancing my horror movies with Penguin, and I'm like, ooh, yeah, it's so good. Sorry.
Well, at least it does look dark and gritty, so I think it's it's not like Sunshine Day. You're not watching fucking The Boys or something where it's like all well, that's pretty dark too.
I'm not watching fucking Sex in the City or something.
I don't even watch shows that aren't dark and
clothes.
gritty, so I can't come up with an example. I'm like, ugh.
You'll see some gnarly violence in
does it
this,
have
some
Matt
great
Reeves
gore.
involved?
Matt Reeves is involved. He's like an EP. He's not directing any episodes, but he's definitely watching over it. And
it has his look for sure.
Yeah, they've matched that look, and they have gone. I think they are at this point. I think they will probably never utter the words Batman. I think we'll never see a signal. There's no, again, like you're watching the show and you're like, this is a New York mafia show.
Right.
It's fucking great. It's fucking great. You know what it kind of reminds me of? It's like if you were playing like a really good like a GTA and you're trying to man up and level up in a crime syndicate. That's what it kind of reminds me of, but with a lot more conniving and double dealing, and it's got that kind of Breaking Bad element about it.
Nice,
fantastic.
It also
Colin
reminds
Farrell's
me of the
awesome.
Shield, where you're just like, "Oh fuck, how are they gonna get out of this shit?" And they do.
I love
The only thing,
that was
dude, I
insane.
love the Shield too. I just remember with the Shield, I was like, Vic Mackey can get out of anything. He's just a fucking dog. This guy will fucking tear through anything. Same thing with Jack Bauer on 24. I was like, Jack is never in trouble. Jack will rip out 10 throats, hijack a plane. Then he's like on the ground and like Kim's be running
like
from
a
a cougar. Yeah,
And
exactly.
I think that's why Walt White was intriguing in Breaking Bad, because you thought he was fucked so many times, and he still would spin things around
still
to
got
favor
it.
himself.
And you're
you were like,
absolutely right, dude. The Penguin is just like that. Every week, you're like, he's fucked. He's fucked. He's dug his own grave. And it's insane that we're only 4 episodes into a very young show, and already I'm like, this is the best show on television. There is no question about it.
That's awesome. November 1st, I'm tuning in.
It's fucking stellar. You'll eat
Gotta
through
wait,
these,
though.
dude. You'll eat so good. They are just fucking phenomenal.
Nice.
Okay, so my other 2 are horror recs, and they're horror movies. I watched something new on Hulu. It's an original streamer, but don't hold that against it. It's called Mr. Crockett. Have you guys heard of this?
Mr. Crockett.
No.
Mr. Crockett is kind of like I should say this. It's like an all-black horror movie, so kind of in the vein of Tales from the Hood or even Candyman to a certain degree. But it's really cool. It's an all-black horror movie, and basically what it is, it's kind of like the premise is like, what if Pee-wee's Playhouse was actually ran by Freddy Krueger? What if the guy who hosted this show had some kind of metaphysical powers and fed on basically trying to abduct children and pull them into the world of the show? That's what Mr. Crockett is. It's really inventive. Listen, is it a great movie? No. The script sometimes is borderline incoherent, but it is so fun. The concept is great. They pay off on the concept. The set design is really kitschy and weird. They commit with physical effects, lots of gore. I thought for an original streamer, I was like, this movie's going to go soft. There's not going to be any craziness. No, it's like they wanted to prove themselves because they're a Hulu streamer. So, really kind of just loved it.
Hulu has some decent stuff. We were just talking about that Christina Milioti. She's in a Hulu original called Palm Springs. That was pretty cool with
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Andy Samberg.
that's good. I like
and then,
that one.
That
did you ever
guy,
see-
the guy who made Palm Springs, actually made a new movie that I want to watch called Brothers, which is on Amazon Prime.
Oh, yeah, that looks awesome.
It looks awesome.
Josh
It's
Brolin
on
and-
now. It's on now, I think.
Yeah, I want to see
I
that
think it
too.
I'm gonna
released
check
over
that
the
out.
weekend, right?
Yeah, I'm
Dude,
gonna have to catch
Peter
that.
Dinklage. Peter Dinklage is such a fucking good actor. Like,
Yeah,
he's-
yeah.
He's so badass.
And you know,
By
we
the
have
way,
to show
he's
up for the
fucking
whale.
Ripped in that movie. Too.
If
Nice.
Brendan Fraser's in the movie, we're in. So I'm gonna have to check it out for sure.
You guys love Brendan.
We
I
love the
like
whale,
Brendan.
dude. We love the whale.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mr. Crockett, it's on Hulu. It's different. It's weird. It plays with a lot of things. It puts here. I kind of made a temp list of the pastiche of what this is. Okay, it's Mr. Rogers, A Nightmare on Elm Street, Teletubbies, Pee-wee's Playhouse, Five Nights at Freddy's, the Bill Cosby parts of Fat Albert, Barney the Dinosaur, Willy's Wonderland, and about 98 other things that I'm probably forgetting.
That's amazing. That's a
They
that's a
took
very
all this.
good.
It's like the balancing act of what are they gonna do with this stew? And they actually did some interesting things with it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, especially too because like Five Nights at Freddy's was such a huge disappointment that like it's fun to see somebody pay off a kitschy concept like this and be like, no, we're gonna make it scary though.
Yeah, I thought Willy's Wonderland was also a little bit of a letdown,
A loss. Yeah,
I wanted
same.
it to be so much better than it was. Yeah,
Yeah, I really did not like
you
that one,
got
and that
me
was one that
intrigued.
everybody was like, Willy's Wonderland's so great. I was like, hey, dummies, no,
no, it's not.
sucks.
Unfortunately, no.
You have
just go watch Eddie
shitty
again.
tastes. Third final wreck for me. I rewatched a classic this week. So I was a day late. We had a full moon. We were texting about werewolf movies. I missed the fucking boat and I did not watch a werewolf movie during the full moon. But the day after, I watched American Werewolf in London, which is one of my all-time favorite movies. And right now, even I have the Arrow 4K, which looks incredible, and that's what I watched. But if you don't have the Arrow 4K, the Criterion Channel has it up right now as part of their horror physical effects collection, and their transfer looks great too. So if you are in the mood to watch it, which you should be, because that it's like a 5-star movie. It doesn't have to be a full moon or Halloween. You can watch a fucking movie anytime because it's fantastic.
Yeah. There's nothing, you can't find a scene that's wasted or wrong about American Werewolf in London. It's literally all needs to be there and it's all fits perfect together. It's actually not my favorite werewolf movie because there's one that hits very hard for me in the nostalgia zone. But I realize that American Werewolf in London is the best werewolf movie ever made. I'm smart enough to know that that's true. But I Silver Bullet's like my number one go-to, and then close behind is London.
Yeah,
By the way,
London.
that last sound drop is so good.
Yeah.
The song.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's just such a watchable movie. I just get so immersed and invested in it. And I'm like, oh my God, man. Like, I just get swept up in the movie. And it's not even that, yes, I love werewolf movies, but like, it's just a perfect movie to me. Everything, every character decision, every interaction, every moment, even the moments between the moments where you're like, because John Landis loves those weird little non sequiturs, like,
Oh yeah,
those bits where the
pig-faced
doctor
Nazis coming in with
pig-faced
machine guns.
Nazis, but also like even on a smaller scale, like the bit where the doctor goes to the slaughtered lamb to talk to them, and he tries to play chess with one of the locals, and the guy's like not having it because they don't want to answer any questions to outsiders. Like every scene, even that scene, which would be a total throwaway scene in another movie, is good in this movie.
Yeah.
So I can't say enough about it. And of course the effects are like fucking, you don't need me to tell you how good the effects in American Werewolf in London are. It's a fucking classic for that reason. So yeah, those are my recs. That's me this week. Mark, what do you got?
All right, I'll go 2 horror and then 1 bonus one. I saw Never Let Go with Holly Berry. That movie is dope. I really enjoyed it. A lot of people are giving it some flack because of how vague the storyline is, but I don't think that matters. I think the environment, the direction, and the performance, particularly of those two kids, if they don't become like A-list famous actors when they're older, I will be shocked. they give some
Wow.
performances that felt like very seasoned actors. I was like, holy shit. I mean, I guess Alexander Aja, credit to him for directing these kids, but I also think they're just super talented. Berry's
Right.
awesome as usual. There's some things that happen this where I was just like, oh fuck, that's crazy that they did that. Anyway, I didn't read too much about it. I just went in to see it because I like the cast and crew, and I totally think it's worth it. My other recommendation, I was going to recommend this last time, but I had trouble doing it because it's a bit weird and it's a very intense. It has a lot of, there is sexual assault, but from a strange entity. So if that type of stuff triggers you, I don't recommend this movie. But if you can get past that, it's actually a very intriguing and intense horror film. It's from 1982, also part of my series that I was going through. But I'll finally wreck it here. I think it's good, but just be aware of certain thematic elements. And the last one I'm going to recommend is The Wild Robot, which I fucking loved. It has
Oh
some
shit!
terrible,
I really want to see that.
fucking terrible music drops. I hate pop music in movies. I think it ruins scenes. I think it
Yeah.
dates it. They're awful, but great story, really cool character. It was not what I expected. It was very different, and I thoroughly recommend it. And I think if you got a family, awesome, really good message, and it's just a beautiful movie. So check
Damn.
those movies
I
out,
really want to see
motherfucker.
Wild Robot, man. You know me, I love animation, and I've just been waiting, dude,
It's
because I'm like,
beautiful.
it looks
I'm not going to
so
say
good.
anything because I think you'll like it. You have to. That is a theater experience for sure. So
Really?
if it's
Shit.
Is
near
it is
you
it
in the
Disney
theater,
or is it like Pixar or Leica?
I forgot actually.
It's not Disney. I want to say it's
It's
like
not Disney.
Illumination or DreamWorks, one of those.
but
not Leica
I'll
then,
tell you
right?
this: it's
No,
like
not Leica.
it's on that level. It's
Nice.
gorgeous. The colors are amazing.
Wow. And
Yeah,
you
I'll
saw this
definitely-
in the theater?
Yeah, I saw all these in the theater,
Damn. Good for you.
except
yeah,
for the
dude.
entity.
I know. I was like,
I
you
if
did
they're-
that as a baby and you still remember? Fucking crazy,
It's sort of like
bro.
if you want. I don't mind giving my money if I get good shit. You know,
Yes.
it gets increasingly harder when, like Tommy was saying, you get like 30 extra minutes of ads. Like, even if your movie's 2.5 hours, you're pretty much there for almost 4 hours. So, these movies
Yeah.
were really good. They're very fun. They weren't super long. And like I said, Wild Robot is just a really pleasant experience. And it kind of gives you a little bit of faith in humanity. You have to see it. So, good, very good message. I'm all about that shit.
Nice.
Damn.
I'll definitely
All
I'll
right.
definitely check that out once the horror bug wears off.
Hopefully
I
it'll
love
still be in the
animation,
theater
too.
by that time.
It's
Yeah, that's
already
true.
available for rent. You can already watch it at
Oh,
home.
shit.
Oh wow, so it's probably on the way out.
That
of
was
the
fast. Wait,
cinemas.
I just saw it.
I think they made the mistake of, you don't show a movie like this during October.
That's what I'm
Unless
saying.
it's like a spooky entertainment. Like, you hold it for, this is a November movie. It's right there. Why wouldn't you just save it?
I
You
mean,
know?
to me, if it's like Paranorman or Beetlejuice or Coraline, yeah, fucking drop it in
100%.
October. And
Yes.
it's funny to me, I actually get kind of annoyed when they're dropping horror movies in August and September because I'm like, you couldn't have pushed this back 6 weeks? Like,
Yes.
Dude,
I mean,
some
this
of
has
the
been a
best
weak
stuff we
year
saw
for horror.
came out in like fucking July and June.
Oh yeah, and
Yes.
this year has been kind of weak for October theater releases in the horror genre. I mean,
Yeah.
to me, if there's 4 or 5 Fridays in October, that should be 4 or 5 new studio horror movies. Get it together, figure out your scheduling. and,
100%. Yes.
there's no reason why we should be watching shit in July and then have a stale October.
Yes. Why
and
wouldn't
that's
you have
my-
Yeah,
saved?
by the way, doesn't it feel like I feel like I watched all the good horror films from
Well, that's
this
what I was
year
going to say. Like,
already.
why wouldn't we have saved First Omen for this month? Or
Yeah.
why would we have saved In a Violent Nature for this month? Like,
Right.
we had
Quiet Place, day
opportunities.
one.
Yeah,
I mean,
because
even-
now, I mean, look,
Oddity,
I'm
too.
still down to watch Venom 3, but I'm like, it feels like Halloween's already kind of over at the Cineplex, and the way it's going to go out is with Venom 3, which is a little weird.
That felt more
Yeah.
like summer blockbuster based on how like upbeat and fun it is. It's
Yes.
like you're right. It has really no place that close to Halloween. Like we should be seeing all this crazy shit. It almost feels like they they fucked up their schedule and they're like, oh shit, somebody put
Yeah,
the,
it's
like,
the
decimal point in the wrong
strikes.
spot.
It's the strikes. I think the strikes fucked up the schedule real bad. But they still would have done this same dumb shit had there been no strike, because they've done
Well, the
this
thing is,
every year.
Wait, if there's a strike, that means delay. Why not just wait till you get all your horror heads?
Well, part of it,
Because these executives are like, we got to make money, man. We got to hurry up. What we don't have. We have a giant content hole. What do we have left? And they're like, we got.
They're just trying to fill gaps.
Yep, and that's totally what it is. They're not even looking at the calendar.
They're just dragging shit around on a magnet board. Like, well, we could put that in July, and that can come out in May.
That's why I'm like, you have The Wild Robot, a movie that probably would have had long legs at the theater had you waited a month. Had you waited, that would have played through the holidays, through the holidays.
It does feel like a holiday movie because it's like, very family oriented. It's very upbeat, and it's like, super colorful. It's like doesn't really match.
Let me ask you this: is Wild Robot? Are you a fan of the Iron Giant?
I love that's one of my favorite movies.
I adore the Iron Giant.
I love robots in general.
Is it similar in terms of
it's different.
Okay, because I've heard a buddy of mine texted me and he said, dude, the Wild Robot is just as sad. It will make you just as sad as the Iron Giant. And I said, is that true?
It is. I think it's very upbeat, actually.
Okay, so that guy's full of shit. You heard it here first. I know you listened to the show.
If you're expecting an ending where like the robot dies in a really bleak way, don't worry. It's not like that.
Okay, good.
There are sad, but there are poignant moments, but they're like, they're not based on like movies of today where they're like, there's a horrific incident that happened where someone unalived themselves. Have fun at the movies.
They're like, the only way we can make you care about this character is to delete everyone they love.
Yeah, or they're just like really annoying and have like so much emotional damage. It's kind of like you're watching an animated film. You're like, I don't want to see adult problems.
Yes. I don't want to see the stock market. Tommy,
familial angst.
what kind of Rex you got, man?
Life. One last thing I want to say: when I first started getting super pissed about non-horror releases in October, it was when they were doing the fucking Daniel Craig Bond movies in October, and I was like, "What are you doing? Like, I want to see this in the theater, but I am not coming there on October 20th to watch fucking Skyfall. Like, I'll be there in November."
James Bond is Thanksgiving. Just like the old TBS Superstation guys, they used to do the James Bond marathon, all starting the night before Thanksgiving. And they would show everyone through that. James Bond is a Thanksgiving franchise. I maintain this.
The only time you're allowed to watch Bond movies not around Thanksgiving is if it's a Sunday evening, just like the 80s dads used to do.
That's right.
Kids. James Bond was a Sunday night watch. That was some shit like, well, guess everybody's back to school tomorrow. Let's watch Roger Moore tear some shit up in Octopussy.
Right. You would watch that on
Thursday nights on the Superstation. It's movies for guys who like movies.
Good.
Thank you, Asbot. Movies for guys who like movies.
That's like movies for guys who like movies defines my life and who I am as a person. Honestly, like so much of my identity, I take from that fucking special Thursday night.
By the way, Asbot heard you guys were talking shit about him, so he wanted to come correct with the bites this week.
He did it. He's
like, I'm fucking ready. I've got that shit downloaded.
I'm back.
I heard you wanted to get a human intern. Oh shit.
I gotta stake my keep here. I gotta earn my keep.
That's how I am at Asbot's assessment. It's like Office Space. I'm like, so what would you say you do here? So sorry, guys. Tommy, what do you got for Rex this week, buddy?
So I could do three, and you guys know what genre they're coming from. They're all coming from my favorite genre. But my first one, I just watched this, and let me just say this too. These recs aren't like, hey, I got some things I think y'all haven't heard of. I dug into my bag of tricks. It's like, this is the stuff that I'm just watching right now in the late stages of Horrorthon 24. So my first one, super underrated, one of the best of the franchise, and I think it's an excellent sign of things to come for this legendary director's next movie, and that is Wes Craven's New Nightmare from 1994.
Great movie.
I love it. I think Robert Englund said it's actually his favorite standalone Nightmare on Elm Street movie is New Nightmare.
Wow.
And I think he said if he could put 3 and 4 together, that would be his favorite movie. But if he can only pick one, for him, it's New Nightmare. And one of the things I love about it, and what I was alluding to in my cryptic little description there, is this is the first Nightmare on Elm Street that takes like a fourth wall breaking meta approach where, Heather Langenkamp is playing a fictional version of herself, obviously having played Nancy in two Nightmare on Elm Street movies so far. And of course, Robert Englund is playing a fictional version of himself. John Saxon is playing a fictional version of himself. And the king, fucking Wes Craven, is there too, playing a fictional version of himself. And so I feel like this movie in 94 is what gave Wes the legs to go and write and then create probably the best meta fourth wall breaking horror franchise with Scream 2 years later in 96. So I love New Nightmare. I think they make Freddy look super fucking gruesome.
I love his look in New Nightmare. I love that they try to make him more realistic looking. It's so awesome.
And it's the first time they really kind of do that. He's
even like they gave him like the trench coat and shit, so he looks like slightly different. Like he looks like a real guy. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah. Yes. And his glove is great in it. And it's pretty cool because they make Freddy an evil entity that's basically just, we're seeing him symbolized as Freddy Krueger, but really it's just a demonic presence
Dude, that must have been so mind-blowing in 94 to be like, because that's just such a crazy concept to be like, that's what this is. Like, so ahead of its time. Like, I'm wondering how, I don't remember when the movie originally came out. I know it came out in 94, but like, I don't remember the feeling of the audience. Like, were they ready for this? Or is it like, what the fuck is like, because that seems pretty out there.
I think it caught people off guard.
Dope, by the way, I just looked at
It's awesome. He looks so good in it.
Greasy.
It's super legit. And the performances are good in it. Heather Langenkamp's one of my favorite final girls. She's excellent here. Robert Englund is funny. He's just a weird, kooky dude, and he's not in this a lot, but he's great. Great scene stealer when you do see him. And the kid, who's obviously the creepy little kid in Pet Sematary, he's fucking awesome.
He's also boys have a penis,
Hughes?
Girls have a vagina.
Yeah, Kindergarten Cop. Yeah, totally. And he was on Full House too. He was one of the little bastards running around there.
Shitheads. Yeah,
one of Michelle's friends. But anyway, he's great in this too. And again, creepy kids, man, they just add a level. Like when he's telling his mom to finish the Hansel and Gretel story and how they got home, and she's like, "No, Dylan, we'll do it tomorrow night." And he grabs her arm and he's like, "No, tonight. It's important." Like, I love that shit.
So good.
And it just chills your bones. It sends a chill down your spine. And yeah, this movie, super, super fun. I love the meta approach. You could totally, watching this now, looking back on it, I do think it caught people off guard a little bit. I think actually the movie itself is technically called New Nightmare, but because of the shitty quality of the last two Nightmare movies, I think they had to put the Wes Cravens ahead of it, kind of like they did with John Carpenter's
Doesn't that feel
It's like a stamp of quality almost?
Well, no,
Basically.
I was going to say, I feel like it was almost them, New Line, passing the buck to be like, if you hate this, it's Wes's fault.
That's a good way to look at it, because
they were such a back-dealing studio, like, and kind of smaller,
really?
Yeah, like, I have a feeling they would be like, you know what we got to do? We got to put the blame on somebody.
I know a way we can get through this unscathed.
He came to me last night.
And it's funny because it's the house that Freddy built.
They would do.
Oh, yeah.
Totally.
I mean, it's totally the house that Freddy built. Like, if there's no Freddy Krueger, there's no New Line Cinema. But yeah, I never thought of it that way. I more thought of it as they wanted to display some type of star power and say, Wes Craven's involved with this, because the last two were so bad. Part 5 and Freddy's Dead, the final Nightmare,
I appreciate Freddy's Dead,
Are those
by the way.
considered like pieces of shit in the universe, though?
I think
franchise?
I think Dream Child is considered the bottom of the barrel, 5, but I think Freddy's Dead has its appreciators. I don't think it's quite the bottom. Am I wrong on that?
From the bottom.
It's second from the bottom, but it's
step up.
It's second, but at least I think Dream Child is the one that's most hated. That's the one that everybody's like, fuck
I think
you,
so too.
this.
And I think Dream Child, everybody kind of just got sick of the Alice character and the kid, like her unborn kid. It became a little bit.
Although the Freddy baby is kind of charming.
Oh yeah, well, and that's the movie.
Now I gotta see these.
So the 5th one is the first movie where they talk about how Freddy's the bastard of 1,000 maniacs, and I like that part about it. I think that shit's fun. So New Nightmare, it still hits. I think it's still fun. There are a few bits of CG where you're like, I don't know, but then there's some great use of practicality with like the Freddy look.
I love the Freddy bike at the beginning.
Yes,
Bike?
And
So awesome.
Is it like
Yeah.
a motorbike bike?
It's like a motorbike. It's so cool. It looks awesome.
I love when they show Freddy and he's huge standing next to the highway and he just lifts the little kid up with one of his claws and like hovers him above traffic as it goes beneath this little kid.
This movie.
But to me, it's like
It's badass.
it does not get better than seeing the super realistic Freddy with like, it's the same hat and the sweater's a little darker, but he's got the trench coat. And there's something about it that makes him seem...
That sounds dope.
It makes him... It's not just a cool costume choice. It just makes him seem real. Like, I can't think of another way to put it. Like, he blends in with the crowd and looks like a person. So then when you see him at the hospital and he kind of gets up to his Freddy stuff, it looks so cool, dude. You're
And
like, holy
I think
shit.
some of the most iconic shots in the whole franchise happen in that movie. I love when she's doing the daytime talk show and Robert Englund comes out in full dress and she doesn't expect it. And I love the way how he like moves his claws back and forth in front of the audience and the light coming through.
Yeah.
It shows him as almost like a shadow.
It's
moving his
badass.
finger claws. It's fucking sweet. It's
dude.
Wes Craven. You know, Wes Craven hadn't directed one since the first entry.
Yeah.
So it's a return
really?
of the OG. Yes.
It's awesome.
He wrote part 3, but he did not direct it. And so it was a good homecoming for him, and I think an excellent step to his next excellent franchise, which was of course Scream, and that was his baby. He didn't let go until, you know, he unfortunately passed on, of course. So love Wes Craven, and this is one of his best, in my opinion.
Fuck yeah.
I'm gonna check
Good
that one out
That's
for
a
sure.
damn good one.
So,
Damn
and
good.
then my next one, I kind of am recommending it. You guys might not dig the reason why so much because you didn't love Smile 2, but I do think you guys both like this. It reminds me a little bit of Smile 2. It's the same kind of vein where it's this unseen entity by those not affected, but to the ones affected by it, they very much see this thing chasing and stalking them. And that is It Follows, 2014.
Oh, I love that fucking movie. It's so good.
It Follows is excellent. It's honestly probably my favorite horror movie of the last, I'd say 10, 20 years. It's 10 years old this year, so I can safely say
shit.
10
It's
years.
already been 10 years since
Wait,
It
it's
Follows.
10 years this year?
Yeah, 2014 that
Oh
shit
my
dropped.
god, that's
Time
crazy.
is moving. Dude, we are just sands in the
insane. Oh, I gotta
hourglass.
see it.
It's unfair. And as you get older, the time slips through that hourglass even fucking faster.
What
dude.
the hell? 10
sand
years
falls-
ago?
Yeah. And I will
Jesus.
say I loved It Follows the first time I saw it. I've probably even wrecked it on the show before, but I love Detroit horror. I'm from Michigan, and there's a lot of great Detroit horror movies. And to me, It Follows is like the king of that hill. I thought that the direction in it and the tone and the cinematography, my favorite director is John Carpenter. And to me, David Robert Mitchell, the guy who did It Follows, he was kind of like the 2010s reemergence of John Carpenter style filmmaking. And I was so blown away that they did not tag him to head the most recent Halloween trilogy. Like they went with David Gordon Green, and I understand he's got more of that name. People know who he is more, but he wasn't known as a horror director at all. And I think they went with the wrong David. They should have gone with David Robert Mitchell, who did It Follows.
I think they
That's
should have
me.
gone with
I agree
Larry
with
David.
you 100% on that, actually.
Like, isn't the tone? It just feels like you're watching the second coming of like teenagers in Haddonfield, except for they're in Detroit now, and they're fucking, you know, instead of a slasher stand,
And they've got weird tech like a seashell that can text people.
It's you can't tell where in time it is because they're watching like
I
black and white
always
movies.
think of that. I'm like, hey, do you guys remember that there's weird futuristic tech in It Follows? I bet you didn't remember that.
And,
I totally
also,
forgot
like,
about
Yeah, I
that.
knew you would forget. Dude, go watch that movie.
Well,
You're like,
it's been 10 years.
you're like, what space age shit is this?
and it's cool because
It's the three
I think
seashells.
it's the term for it is it's anachronistic. You can't tell where in time it takes place because
Yes.
they're also watching big box tube TVs with like black and white sci-fi movies on them. So it's really
Yes.
hard to go, oh, this is
I
the year
kind of like that,
2014.
though, no?
It's genius because then you don't know when the movie took place. So in 20 years, you're still going to be able to appreciate It Follows. even though that tech is going to be long gone and dead by then, you're still going to be like,
I think they
"What
should have
year?"
gone full Demolition Man and just put Taco Bell in the movie. Every food is Taco Bell.
What's with the 3 seashells?
I would like to
use
take
the
you
3
out to
seashells.
eat at Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
It's they had
He's
Falls
like-
Creature saying,
Oh, this fucking guy thinks he's gonna take me out in the town, takes me to Taco Bell. I like when it's so.
He's like, I love a burrito as much as the next guy, but Taco Bell. Taco
now
Bell
I
is the only
really
one that
want to get
survived
a
the
fucking
franchise wars.
burrito.
He acts like he's doing me a big favor, taking me to Taco Bell.
They go in there. Dan Cortez is singing the fucking Jolly Green Giant.
Dude, yes, Dan Cortez, MTV Sports. Hey, Mark, if you go to Taco Bell, get excited, buddy, because one of my all-time favorite items is back. This sounds like an ad, but I don't give a shit. It's not an ad. The double-decker taco has returned.
Oh yeah,
It has returned, and it is the best fucking menu item on Taco Bell's menu, and I am intent.
I'm looking it up now. Wait, it's
Dude,
called a
it's what it's a
double-decker?
soft taco with refried beans spread
bro, you don't know what a double decker is.
around a
I thought you
crunchy
smoked weed
taco.
sometimes. I thought you sometimes smoked weed, man.
Mark,
should
it's
know what a double-decker
tacoception. It's a taco inside of a taco,
Yeah, taco
this
and
section.
it is
Exactly.
so delicious. Mark, there
You know-
was a huge deal when it came out originally back in the 90s. We would go and
Oh,
get
it's a
all the
90s
double.
thing?
Yes, it came out in the 90s. We would go and get double-decker. I have a fucking vivid memory of getting double-decker tacos at the mall food court Taco Bell and then going to see Congo with the volcano sauce that they made for Congo. Putting the volcano sauce on the double-decker while I watched Congo in the theater. And I didn't
sounds
know
amazing.
how good I had it,
And
Mark.
which hurt your asshole more, Congo or the volcano sauce?
Spoiler,
'Cause
both.
You were pooping later. I know that.
One
that much
hurt
I
the
know for
asshole, the
sure.
other one hurt the asshole of the soul.
Hurt the soul. Yeah.
The
asshole
asshole.
and the soul.
Yeah, there you go.
Dude, that's the double decker has become like the McRib. I think they bring it back once a year now.
Do
Right?
they?
Is that one of your
I
Rex,
think-
man?
Yeah, it's the double-decker taco
Double-decker
for
taco.
sure. Let me co-sign
Take the penguin
that.
out. Throw in the
Dude.
double decker taco.
Fuck the penguin. The best thing on TV is the double-decker taco.
Dude, that's funny. Taco Bell's one of those things. I like it, but once I have it, I'm like, I'm good on that for another 8 or 9 months.
My thing is I get jazzed about it, and then I go and I make a bunch of bad decisions. It's like a night in Vegas. I make all these, and I get all this stuff, and then I get regret.
yeah,
and
you
then I'm
wake up the
filled
next morning,
with regret.
you're seeing all the empty Taco Bell packaging. You're like, fuck, what did I do last
I'm
night?
like, I look in the mirror and I'm like, you suck.
My left arm is numb.
Yeah. Mine's the left side of my face starting to droop more.
I go to get a double-decker taco, and the girl's like,
Stroke from a taco.
yeah, you're not
You're
actually
so
at a Taco
good.
Bell. It's the Smile Demon. Psych. That's how we do it here in
this whole
Smile.
time.
You thought you were getting
You've
the
been
double-decker
sitting on
taco,
your toilet,
bitch?
man.
It's the demon. Psych.
Oh, shit.
Tommy,
Well-
what else for you, buddy? You got one more rec for us?
I got one more, and this is
It
There's a
better
good
be
ch-
a food item.
funny enough, I'm just going to say the name. It's motherfucking Candyman from 1992.
Oh,
So
what
it
a
is.
payoff. What a payoff.
It's a man made of candy and honey and bees and hooks. No, really, Candyman to me is honestly, it's one of the greatest slashers ever. I think it's such a fucking good movie. Like, I get that, you can have a special place in your heart for the big franchises, as I do. Halloween, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street. I love all of them. And honestly, as franchises, I like all three of those more than Candyman. But just the strength of that first movie, that 1992 Candyman, I think Candyman stands up there with, the first Halloween, with the first Nightmare on Elm Street, with Friday the 13th part 1 and 2. Like, it hits so heavy for me. The score is amazing.
I love that Philip Glass
Philip
score.
Glass.
It's so good. Philip, it's haunting.
Shit.
You'll
Right.
hear it,
It's-
and 3 days later, you're still whistling it.
You know what's
like,
crazy though? That movie is actually like, I consider it a very artistic film. It's got like those like German expressionism roots with the thick shadows, and it's a
Yeah.
beautiful
Oh,
movie.
hell
Like
yeah.
everything about it
It's-
is like, if you were to take a pretentious film goer and say which horror movie should you watch first, I would probably suggest this one because it is like you said, Tommy. It's beautiful. Everything about the sound design, music, everything about it is like very classy and artistic.
It's gorgeous, and I think that the story's good, and a lot of people attribute this movie to Clive Barker. He did write the story because obviously Clive Barker was a very prolific horror writer before he ever became a filmmaker. So this, they did adapt from a Clive Barker story to make the movie. But I love even just like the racial implications and undertones. Yeah. And it's funny because when Candyman 4, I will call it because that's what it is, the fourth Candyman
new school Candyman.
Yeah, the Nia DaCosta one, when that came out in like 2020, I remember seeing some people, and you get this in today's political climate, it's so fucking cringy and annoying, but they were like, dude, Candyman sucked. I hate when horror movies go woke. And I'm like, did you not see the first Candyman movie? Like, the whole franchise is woke, bro.
Yes.
Most of it is about gentrification and like and the grief that lives on in these urban myths, especially in these like inner city places. I mean, the second Candyman is also great. Takes place in New Orleans for a fucking reason. Shout out, Matt, New Orleans movie.
Thank you. We firmly love and accept Candyman as our resident boogeyman.
Yeah, you're down. You don't give a shit.
We're down. Asbot, what do you got to say about that shit?
Be my victim.
Oh, he had it for us. There we go.
There it is.
I told you, Asbot is scared of the intern.
Fighting
He's
for
scared.
his job.
He's fighting for his life right now.
He's 2 for 2 tonight, though. He's killing it. Yeah, Candyman, I can't say enough good stuff about it. I think Tony Todd is so freaky as the title character.
Oh, he's amazing.
The way he swings the hook, dude, it's so carnal, and it's just like, and it's kind of gross. I also love the
theatricality of how he poses, especially when these great full body reveals of him in the coat before he exposes like the ribs and the bees, like. There's something so operatic about it, and just fucking like
and he's
larger
dressed
than
like
life.
He looks like a '70s pimp in a blaxploitation movie. He's got like plaid pants and like a fucking long brown coat with fur frills on the neck and on the sleeves, and it's Candyman is
dynamite
excellent.
Movie.
Virginia Madsen's great in it. Xander Berkeley is her like double timing husband, no good husband.
If Xander Berkeley's in your movie, he is either sleeping with your wife. Or he's sleeping with. Basically, he's fucking around, just like in Heat,
doing something.
Just like in Candyman. That guy got typecast. He's the guy that's fucking your wife. It's Xander Berkeley.
But that typecast led to some pretty sweet film credits. So fair shake, I think.
I've never seen any of the sequels. I've wanted to, but I've never seen any of them.
Are they
2 and
considered
4
good, or
I have heard 2 is good.
2
That's
is good.
Farewell to the Flesh, right?
Yes, and that's in New Orleans. And
that one I heard is good.
That deals with a little bit more with, I think it's like around Lent and all that stuff, like during Mardi Gras and everything. And then the third one is awful. It's like a straight to Spike TV fucking. The girl in it, the main protagonist is like Donna D'Errico, who's like C-level Baywatch star. Really bad. And it's seriously. It's not just straight to TV. It's like straight to Spike TV.
It's straight to the TNA.
It's bad. Skinamax bad. And then part 4, which was the Jordan Peele produced and Nia DaCosta directed, I think is great. I love the cast in 4. I like how they kind of bring things back to the original, and there's some callbacks, and if you guys haven't seen it, I won't give away anything specific, but
we actually did a whole episode when it originally came out. It was at one point our most listened to episode. That's why Asbot had the clip ready to go. We were not fans, but that's okay. It was fun to see Tony Todd show up for 2 seconds.
Yeah, and I really like.
Was he
I think
CG, by the way.
It looked like he was.
I mean, I'm sure some of it
wasn't
was,
even
because he's pretty old now.
No,
he's
they had to like digitally animate.
But yeah, I just
everything's AI now.
Oh yeah,
at least they
AI'd it. That's what I keep hearing.
Ian Holm and Alien Romulus. They were like, just puppeteer this bastard. His estate doesn't care. They signed off.
But his teeth look weird. No one will notice the teeth.
No one notices.
Well, Tony Todd's still around though, right? I think
he's still around. He's still alive, but he's definitely, he's showing his age. Like it's,
Yeah.
It's kind of like De Niro in The Irishman. Like, you can de-age him as much as you want, but he still walks like he's 90. So you're like, what's up with that?
Like that guy, that
It's like, that guy's
19-year-old's
fucking
got a
hips look
hitch
like
in his
Swiss
hip.
cheese. There's no way he's gonna kick that guy.
Yeah,
in the face.
exactly. He's pretending to kick this guy in the face. Is this real?
But yeah, Candyman, the original, I think it's the best
There
of
you
the
go.
4, and it's a late October watch for me every year. So I'm
Damn,
stoked to watch it
3
soon.
solid fucking Rex. Well, thank you, gentlemen. This has been another amazing, fun. I always love just hanging out and talking horror with you guys. It's always my favorite time
Oh
of
yeah,
year.
for sure.
Not
yeah.
that I don't love doing the show the other 11 months of the year. I do. It's just fun when we have to come and talk horror. Then I'm like, fuck yeah. I get
It just
excited,
gives you a
even when
goal.
it's shitty.
It's our wheelhouse, basically.
Yes.
Yeah, and it
Even
gives you
when it's
something to,
smile
like,
too, it makes me excited.
it makes you smile.
It's still
too.
put a smile on.
Yes. It puts a smile on Maria Menounos' face. Well, that's it for us here at the Matt and Mark Horror Show. I want to thank again our friend, guest horror expert
Thank
in
you,
residence, Tommy.
Thank you guys for having me. It's always a blast. And
You are a
look
gentleman
forward-
and a scholar of film.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Please tell everybody you know.
Oh, of course,
And there
we
you
do.
go. And we'll be back next week. I mean, Mark, can we
Spill the beans.
can we do this? Can we tell people?
Spill the beans.
Let's
We're
do it.
celebrating Mark's birthday next week on the show. And we are going to be reviewing, kind of like our Halloween special, we're going to be reviewing a Halloween must-watch next week. We won't spoil what the movie is. But come next week, ready to tell Mark happy birthday, because it's his birthday, damn it. And we're going to
It's
celebrate
just
it
going
here
to
on
be
the
the
show.
one button dial. On
It's just the one butt dial, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still not convinced it wasn't Ben H. just fucking with us. That's what I
You
think.
never know. You
Maybe it was
never
Matt
know.
Palumbo. He finally found us. He's like, fuck you
I saw it on
guys.
my phone. I was not calling you. It's
If
my
you're
dad.
if you're gonna call and leave a voicemail for Mark for his birthday, you should probably do a sound effect in the beginning and do a little whamp whamp whamp. So everybody
Yeah,
knows
let us
that's
know,
what it's
dude.
for.
Let us know. Until then, we're out of here. Peace.
Please.
Peace.